actually got done watching one Nenokkadine.
I am alone, and before we get into it, what did you think?
I liked the movie like towards the second half.
Yes.
The reason I liked the film towards the second half because I felt like that's where the story developed more and the scenes and stuff got much better.
Yes, but before we get into it, let's talk about when we did our trailer reaction.
Yes.
We got so many dislikes on the video. We've never gotten that many dislikes.
I know.
So that was one of our video which got a lot of dislikes only because a lot of people say the movie is much better than the trailer. The trailer did not do justice to the movie. I kind of said it in a video too that maybe movie might be a little better.
Right.
Trailer was kind of like average. And you guys were right. The movie was far more better than the trailer.
Yes, because in the trailer reaction, I also said I'm not getting a feel for it. It just seemed too like basic, and maybe a part of it could be because I really haven't seen the actor's films. Yeah. Right, so I really didn't know what kind of actor he was.
This was our first Mahesh Babu movie that we ever seen.
And now I know what everyone talks about. He is a great actor. He is a really good actor, even though he's young. A lot of his expressions are like told like through his face, like his eyes. He does action scenes very, very well and naturally. So now I completely get it.
One good thing we did, we watched the Hindi version, which was Ek Kadam, and it started off pretty okay, I would say. The action one kind of like over the top, and the acting wasn't really all that, but really picked up after I would say 30 to 40 minutes.
I really liked the storyline. I liked the idea of how his imagination comes in the way a lot of what he does. Like he has like a psychological problem, so whenever he thinks that something is occurring, it's really not occurring. So throughout the whole story, he's trying to figure out who killed his parents. His parents were killed at a very young age.
A lot of time he thought maybe that never happened. Maybe I am like orphan.
Because that's what people put on him, though. People said, that he's just he doesn't know what he's thinking. He's crazy. A lot of people told him that, so he just assumed that. But internally, I felt like he always knew that there was something there. I mean, he had to have been born somehow, right? So I knew he knew his parents were there, like, somewhere. And he would always get, like, these visuals, like, of them and, like certain scenes. And there was one thing that he said was that he remembers all these, like, villains and all these people that killed his parents, but he really had no memory of his parents.
Yeah, he never, he doesn't remember seeing their faces.
Right. Overall, majority of the film, a lot of action scenes, and the story is pretty much him trying to find the killers that had killed his parents, pretty much.
I'm sorry, but that one scene, taxi driver scene, was so good.
Insane.
That how the actual villain told him that the killer is in London.
I know.
And he sent him off realizing he was the one who killed the parents.
The way that they did that connection, the way that the director did that connection. Like first you're telling the story, you're just assuming what you're hearing, that guy is like a good guy and everything like that. Then later you find out that was actually the villain. Yeah. That was just like so crazy to me when I saw it. We both were like, oh my god. There were a lot of scenes in the film which kind of were like you were like astonished when you were watching, especially that one scene where he's leaving the bank. So he finally gets access to this golden rice. Right. It kind of goes back to that. He gets access to this golden rice that his dad had invented at one time, kind of like an antidote to fix the corrupted crops that were happening with what the villain was doing. So we'll get there in a little bit. But that scene is really cool. How he's leaving the bank and all of a sudden in the parking lot he gets attacked. And then how he makes it look like it never happened. When the cops come in, he purposely hits the cops just so he can go to jail, just so the real villains can come up to like rescue him, because he would know that that's what they're gonna do. Like obviously someone's gonna come like get me out of jail. So that was actually so unique how they did that. One scene that I really like was when she was leaving the house and she was really upset with Gotham because she thought he was just going insane because he beat up like her friends that came to wish her for her birthday. So when they're walking out and stuff like that, all of a sudden like real gunde come and actually like take her like this, and say like,
he's thinking that's just my imagination. That's not really happening right now. Then it was actually happening that he ends up like beating all of them up. Right. I think Mahesh Babu was so good in this movie. So good. His like action scenes in the first half was kind of like over the top and not too clean, but this action scenes that happened after the intermission, especially in London, was top notch. Yes. Especially the chase scene was really, really good.
Yeah, I feel like the action scenes got way better when they were in London. The the shots that were taken when they were in India, I don't know, maybe it just seemed like, well, what's going on? Like, very, like, technically it's all unrealistic, right. But the fact that it just was like, how is that even happening? Especially the scene where she's on that, where they're on the jets and she's like flying in the air, like stuck to that thing. We could not stop laughing. And I don't think that has anything to do with how the actor acts, right? Because he's an incredible actor. Like they're gonna do what they're like told us, especially when it comes to stunts like that. So I don't really think it was him.
I was saying like he acted really good in it, especially the ending scene. And the end scene when he confronts the villain and he tells him, I can't kill you. Just tell me about my just tell me about my parents. And the villain just started making up names.
A bunch of stories.
That was his name, that was that name, and he knows he's lying. And then he goes like, you can't kill me because you want to know about your parents. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Just tell me about my parents. And then he goes like, take him to the hospital, give me the rice, then I'll tell you. Then boom, he shots him.
He just shot. That was so badass.
That was so badass. He was like, I have enough of your bullshit. I'm just I don't want to know.
Because a lot of times you would assume that, the villain's gonna say the answer and the end of story, like he knows now and everything like that. But the movie, like, it kind of like stopped there for a second because you're like, oh my god, now he doesn't know. Now what's gonna happen?
I thought the movie's gonna end without him not knowing about his parents. And I was like kind of thinking, but he doesn't have that closure. He's still wondering about his parents, which gets resolved at the last scene, which was kind of cool as well. That scene from when he like hears the music and like it just all starts coming back to him. He then sees his parents after he finds the album. He realized he grew up in London. Yeah. Like that didn't even cross his mind while he's in India. That was another twist in the story, which was like so cool. So overall, really enjoyed the story. We really enjoyed the scene. The story was really good. Yes. There are a lot of scenes were really good. Started off not that great, I would say. At one point in time, we were like, let's not even watch this movie. Yeah, because... But we watched it till the end, and we really enjoyed it. And I definitely do agree now that the trailer did not do justice to the film at all. The film is worth watching. And I was surprised to see Kirti Senon, the amount of roles she had in this movie. When we watched the trailer... We were like, oh, she's just gonna be like the girl of the movie. She's gonna have like just dance, singing around and whatnot. Nothing else. But she had a lot to do in the movie, and she was there with them throughout the whole movie. I've seen her act in Bollywood films also, and I feel like she does a really decent job. Once again, she hasn't really gotten that role that I feel like can really show that she's an established actor yet. But I think there was a lot of scenes which was kind of like you know the scene when he goes like, I love you. He was like, I love you too. Yeah, and I don't know if it was because it was dubbed in Hindi. That's why it sounded like that. I think a lot has to do with the fact that it was dubbed in Hindi, and maybe that's why the words that came out in Hindi was kind of like not something a normal person would say to another person. It was just really vague. Like, it was just very vague, and it was just like very direct, and I don't feel like that's what it would have been in the original. In Telugu, exactly, if it was in Telugu. I think there was a lot of scenes like that where we were just like, wow. But I don't think that would have meant the same way in Telugu as well. Right. But overall, it was a good movie, one-time watch movie. If you haven't seen it, it is available on YouTube in Hindi, which has more than 5 million views on a full movie itself, which is a huge thing. And if you have seen it, what was your favorite part of the film? Do let us know. If you liked it, do let us know. If you didn't like it, still let us know why you didn't like it. You had to have liked at least one action scene, because I liked a lot of action scenes in there. So has to be something. Yeah. Let us know what other Mahesh Babu movies are really, really good. We would love to watch it, do a review on it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, follow social media, and keep sending your requests, guys. Bye guys, take care. Bye.